Hi, and welcome to this episode of Victory Talk with Latasha White. Today I want to talk about, what shall it be? You do have control. How about that? You do have control. I've talked to so many women, even recently this week, who are like, life is just happening to me. But guess what? You do have some control. It doesn't feel like you do. It feels like we just get into the muck and the mire of what's coming towards us and what we have to navigate and how we have to deal with things. But you've got some control over that. The control that you do have is the control that, okay, how am I responding to what's happening to me? Am I reacting to what's happening to me, or am I truly responding? Am I stopping, taking a second, and figuring out what can I make work? I know so many times that we're like, okay, this is coming at us, that's coming at us, and we've got to figure out this and that, but you can take a second and breathe. Figure out what you need to do in that moment for that moment, because we get so mixed up in like oh my gosh, I've got to figure out this for tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Stop for a second, breathe. What do you need to do right now? That's all you need to take care of, the right now. And once you've got that sorted, you can then go to, okay, what do I need to do in the next moment? What do I need to do in the next moment? And now maybe you can start planning it day by day once you've got the moments taken care of. Stop with I know we're into this thing of like sheer exhaustion of figuring out all the things, and we just talked about that in the last couple weeks here on Victory Talk. But here's the thing, if we take it one thing at a time, sort that thing out. You might not get it to perfection, you might not get it to a complete state of perfection how you would want it to be, but you've got it to a state of like, I can deal with this. I can move on to the next thing because it's in a workable state. You don't have to just take what life gives you. How you show up is the difference in how you're going to respond to it, right? And the things that you've been able to grow through within you, when you go back to that default setting that we talked about probably months ago now, the default setting of, am I just going to go back to like, oh my gosh, everything is happening? Or is it going to be like, okay, that happened. What can I do about it? I want us to get to the state of what can I do about it? Like that needs to be our automatic reflex every single time something happens, like, okay, this is what it is, but what am I going to be able to do in this moment to maybe spin it so that it's a different outcome than I would want it to be? Maybe not the best outcome, maybe not a perfect outcome, but a different outcome than just like having to take what's been given to you. We don't always have to just take what's been given to us. We do have the ability to be able to stop for a second, tell people to hold on, not answer every single phone call that comes, not respond to every single text immediately. It is completely fine to breathe, give it a second, and respond tomorrow. If you can't figure out right here and now, because what's going to happen is a phone call is going to come through or a text is going to come through, and you're going to just respond with what the first thing that's on your mind. And then you're going to have to undo what you said because you didn't take a second to respond well. You just reacted. And so when you're able to grow through like, oh, okay, I see what that says. All right, that's fine. Let me take a second, think through it, pray through it, and then respond. Let that be your default setting. Think through it, pray through it, not what you would always want to do, not the first thing that comes to your mind, but what is that thing that I'm supposed to do? What is the thing that I do have control over? Because like I said in the beginning of this, you do have some control over some things. It's not that you just have to take it. I know so many times life comes at us fast and furious, and it seems like it's from all angles. And there's been some really heavy things going on with people. And I'm not trying to discount that by any means. But what I'm saying is you are still here. You still have a mission. You still have the ability to lead yourself well. And so please get into the fact of responding, taking a second, figuring out what you have control over, and controlling that. Control the controllables. That's the thing that I've been talking to so many clients about, is controlling the controllables. The things that we do have control over is what you should be focused on. The things that you can't, let them be where they are until you can. So what I want to leave you guys with is just that. Control the controllables. If you can't figure out what those even are, how to figure out, how to just take a second and say like, what can I do here? What is my response? What do I need to grow through so that I do have that immediate okay, what can I do? What can I do? That is not an easy thing to get to, but once you get to that spot, then you realize that every single thing that comes to you is not a 5-alarm fire. You do have some control over the outcomes. And so what I want you to do is, you guys should be able to fill in my sentence for me by now. Go to all social media platforms at Latasha White or LatashaWhite.com. Hit the contact me tab, because I want you to tell me, like in there, it just comes straight to my email. I want you to tell me how it is that you need, what I can do for you to help you grow through some things, because I cannot do it for you, but I need you to just say, hey, I'm here. I need some support around some stuff. And so that's when we can start working together. We can figure out what that looks like. So LatashaWhite.com is where you need to go, or GIVIN LLC in your app store. Thank you again for tuning in to Victory Talk.